Hey everybody, welcome back to Starfyre Gaming. I am Sir Joseph and this is Colony Ship. We are in the Brotherhood area and we had set up a meeting to talk to the leader of their resistance folks, and they were going to set up an ambush for us. We figured that out, and so we're going to try to turn off their turret that they have. So there's not much in this little area. We got a door which is locked before. Talk to Reaper as well. What's Reaper got to say? Maybe Storm's party timed up, almost done. Alright. Pick the lock. What do we have here? An old generator powering up the turret in the other room and a computer terminal built from spare parts. Ask Evans to hack the terminal. And you're in. Looks like the anarchists have acquired military software somewhere and made a few modifications. So we can activate the turret, or we can shut it down. If we activate the turret, I'm sure we'll have to fight. If we shut it down, maybe we can talk our way out of it, which is what we do far better than fighting. So let's just try to shut it down. Ask Evans to do that. Software doesn't respond to all direct attempts to shut it down. But where there's a will, there's a way. The turret won't give you any trouble now. Let's go ahead and say hello. This your friend? The woman is casually leaning against a nicely maintained auto turret. Though she's young, early 20s you guess, her eyes burn with righteous conviction. Reaper nods hesitantly. Wait for her to continue. I'm Storm, she says, her chin rising by half an inch. A storm that will wash away this fucking farce they call the Brotherhood. Of freedom, no less. Like shit off a bulkhead. We, she gestures broadly at the raggedy group of fighters, we are going to finish with the mutiny started. Words are the cheapest commodity around. How are you going to pull it off? How do you think the mutiny started? Alright, so we got both are at 8. The rebellion was decades in making. It succeeded because the ship authority was weak and popular support popular support for a change was strong. That's the opposite of the situation we're in today. Have to start somewhere, shrugged Storm. Start. This looks like the end to me, Storm. Take a long, hard look at everything you've done and ask yourself if it's worth dying for. I'm offering you a way out, but the choice is yours. So we just do what we're told and all is forgiven? That's the deal? Depends. If you want to keep ranting about freedom, why not set up shop in the Protectorate? The poor bastards over there will be a lot more receptive to the message, and the Brotherhood will gladly bankroll this enterprise. What do you say? Better than doing nothing, says Storm, glancing at her crew. Then come with me. I'd like you to meet someone. Oh, that's me talking. Okay, that's what threw me off. Then come with me. I'd like you to meet someone. Take her to Simon. Who's your friend? Meet Storm. Think she's ready to become a productive member of society. Is she now? Simon says with curiosity. Storm scoffs, but wisely refrains from saying anything. She'll come around, he assures you. They always do. Our reputation went up. Continue. As for you, my friend, you've earned yourself a meeting with the chairman himself. Chairman? Yes, William Hanson himself, the chairman of the Executive Council, would like to have a word with you. Why does he want to meet me? He wants to meet a capable outsider, and right now you're at the top of my list. Word of warning, if that's what I think it is. Word of warning, if that's what I think it is, tread very carefully. And what do you think it is? Rumor has it that the chairman had a secret deal with Matheson, the Protector's head man. Someone leaked the info to the Protectors, and Matheson ended up facing a firing squad. The chairman isn't happy about it, and now he's hiring help from outside. See where I'm going with this? No, but I hear the sound of opportunity knocking. Let's go meet the boss. William Hanson, the longest surviving chairman of the Executive Council, studies you for a while, perhaps trying to discern what lies beneath the grime and armor. You aren't what I expected, he finally breaks the silence. But maybe it's for the best. They won't see you coming. That's for damn sure. And if you're half as capable as Simon says... Wait for him to continue. I assume you've heard that Commander Matheson was executed for treason. That means someone on our side, someone on my council, talked, and not to anyone but to Sheffield himself. This someone is playing a very interesting game, and I'd like to know what that game, or this game is. Why do you care about Matheson? Isn't he the enemy? I care that someone saw fit to ruin my plans. As for Matheson, we had an understanding, which is a rare thing these days. But now he's dead, and Reese, the man who replaced him, is under the gun to avenge his death. Both Matheson and Reese are our enemies, but of a very different caliber. Avenge his death? But they're the ones who killed him. They blame us for turning him, scoffs Hanson. Matheson was a fool for believing in his precious mission, but he wasn't a traitor, I can tell you that much. Do you have any idea who might have done it? If you're asking who's capable, the answer is all of them. No one makes it to the council without hunger for power and the cleverness to see it. Maybe you should rethink the criteria. I need fighters, not yes-men, scoffs Hanson. When they battle each other for dominance, it serves the cause. When their battles for dominance turns against me, it impedes the cause, he smiles thinly. I want iron to sharpen iron, but that doesn't mean I welcome a dagger in my back. Who's Sheffield? He's the head of mission security, a fancy name for secret police. So it was his job to keep tabs on everyone? Sheffield's announcement took everybody by surprise, including his own people. It wasn't a case they worked, it was a gift. What exactly do you want me to do? Get the info from Sheffield, by any means necessary. I'd rather not start a war. If starting a war were that easy, we'd have killed each other 10 times over by now. You think the Protectors really want an all-out war? Oh, they want us gone, make no mistake about it. But it's going to cost them a lot more than they're willing to pay, and they know it. And if I'm caught, then you'll die a hero who's given his life in the pursuit of liberty for all. There's another matter I'd like to discuss. Better be important. Leave. Alright, I guess I didn't have anything to discuss. Find the traitor. Alright, let's look at the journal here. Talk to Sheffield, the Protector's Chief of Security. That means we gotta go back to the Protectors. Okay. Protectors are planning to attack the tunnel. They want me to talk to them. Let's go to the shuttle bay. That's mission control. That's the archivists. Okay. So, we go this way to get out? Nope. Go this way? No. This way? No. How the hell do we get out of here? Leave? Alright, we're kind of stuck here. Alright, that was weird. That was terrible. That was a terrible mapping situation. Alright. So that's it for the Brotherhood. Over here's the elevator. The Protectors. Protector Chief Strip, okay. Alright, now we can go back to there or we can go to the church's side. I think we should go to the church's zone. That's not the church. This has got to be the church. Didn't we do the church? Or did we not go into the church? Blessed be, brother, into the habitat. Alright, we are in the church now, okay. That's the elevator down. Did we come to this part already? We have lockpick 5. What's our lockpick? 4. Alright. So, church. Floor 1. Lockpick 5. Alright, so we're going this way, so we can't get there. Take the elevator. Maintenance deck. Military recruitment. No signal. Alright, well. That goes down into this area. Just kind of looking at all of our options here. Let's go ahead and check out this part. Talk to the guard. Maintenance crews only, the guard says apologetically, for security reasons. Alright. Talk to the soldier. The Lord be with you, stranger. What is this place? Many of our brothers and sisters are alarmed by the threat of war, the woman says smoothly. They wish to defend their faith and home. Or take the fight to the enemy? Blessed be the Lord who trains my hands for war, recites a woman with a polite smile. We seek peace, not war. But if our enemies choose war, we'll be ready. If you want peace, prepare for war? Quite so, smiles the woman, pleased that you understand. Alright. That was that. So we'll call this floor 2. And there's another lockpick 5. Got a steel 7. A steel 5. A priest in battered combat armor is lecturing a squadron of new recruits in a manner more fitting a drill sergeant than a man of the cloth. We're going to fight, and we're going to win. Do you know why? Because God is with us, and each and every one of you, and He wants you to win. The priest takes a moment to survey the crowd and let them absorb the message. A soldier in the army of Christ cannot lose, he says reflectively, a statement which should be obvious to any but the dimmest students. How can you lose when God wants you to win? Surely you don't intend to defy His will. He grins to reinforce that this is a small joke and it's okay to laugh. Continue. But one of the recruits stubbornly pipes up, "My brother was killed 2 weeks ago. His face is raw with grief and his eyes hot and reckless. He is with God now, but we praise his service," the priest says. The priest gently replies. He hesitates, perhaps pondering how to tackle the problem, but more likely for a rhetorical effect. Your faith will not shield you if you waver, James 1:6. But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. The priest scans the room and recites the good word. The one who doubts the Lord's will is aimless and confused, wind-tossed. Do not doubt him, and you will not falter and will not fail. It is simple as that, my children. All right. That's up, so this way's down. Let's go over here, come down this way, and we'll just kind of work our way through this whole area. The 5 loaves. There's a steel 6. Talk to the bartender. No bread today, the bartender says apologetically. The fermentation tank is down again. Second time this week. How do you make bread? We grow the dough in a fermentation tank and bake it to give it a nice brown color. It tastes and smells like real bread. Maybe even better, smiles the bartender. How do you know what bread tastes like? We have a large library of synthetic flavors, so we can take a taste and smell like anything. Oh, we can make it taste and smell like anything, the bartender reassures you. Once we fix the fermentation tank, of course. What do you make the dough from? We don't make it, we grow it, the bartender corrects you. It's a microbial biomass based on fungus cells and lactic acid bacteria. Decades ago, we used to brew a bacterial soup, collect the froth and dry it into a bakeable flour. But the process was too slow and cumbersome. Much easier to grow ready-to-eat dough. What else you got? A plate of fermented algae, suggests the bartender. Refreshing algae beverage? I can't read today. A refreshing algae beverage, perhaps? Alright, that got us nowhere. Talk to the worker. Maintenance worker puts down his tools and warily drags an old gray rag across his face. He eventually notices you standing there and looks up with a frown. Idle hands are the devil's playthings, he proclaims. Huh? Don't just stand there. Find yourself something to do. I'm not from here. You're shipborne, ain't you? Then you're from here, same as everybody. And if the ship dies, you die with it, he exhales, sets his hands on his hips and looks you over. Pitman, right? How can you tell? A cargo rat always has that feral look about his eyes, never still, untamed by civilized society. You mean we're still free? Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which depends from God, and the authorities who watch over us are appointed by God, he piously recites, pointing his index finger at the heavens for emphasis. What about the Brotherhood and the Protectors? All part of God's plan, he replies without hesitation. He gave us a choice. Follow his law or follow false prophets all the way down to damnation, and worse. That's what free will is all about, son. You can't be held accountable for your actions if there was no moral choice to make. You must choose the righteous path and walk it, no matter how steep the incline or difficult the obstacles. Only then will you be admitted into the promised land. What happens to those folks who choose the wrong path? They'll stay on board for eternity, in this hell of their own making. So choose wisely, cargo rat. He finishes with a laugh and a friendly slap on the shoulder. Really think it's that simple? Think of it this way. The church, the brotherhood, and the protectors are three different answers to the same ancient question. How should we live out our lives? The church says follow God's laws. The protectors say follow the tenets of the mission, even though we tried that already. You know how that story ends. And the brotherhood says follow your baser instincts, like an animal. Anyone who considers these options seriously and still can't figure out which party comes out on top is beyond salvation. Talk to the consecrator. A mutant dignitary, a consecrator by the looks of it, appears to be having a heated conversation with the local resident. Her honor guards wait impassively, clearly not expecting the situation to escalate. Approach. You supposed to take him? One of the residents says angrily, pointing at the man next to him. That's what the law says. He doesn't bear the mark. the consecrator says with irritation. What good is he to us? Don't bear the mark, the resident gasps in outrage. He has 6 fingers on his left hand. 6! And how would it help him against radiation, inquires the consecrator. If I take him, he'll be dead within a week. Might as well kill him yourself and be done with it. Keep listening. We don't want him dead, the resident says defensively. We want him to be with his own kind is all. Your kind. My kind can repair DNA faster than radiation can damage it, the consecrator says in a condescending tone. What can your inbred friend with 6 fingers do? Inbred? The resident chokes with rage. He ain't you. If you mutants did your damn jobs fixing the engines. Wait for the crowd to disperse. The consecrator turns to you, her face invisible behind the mask. What was that about? They mistake genetic defects for the mark that uplifted my people. Only 1 in 100 has the traits we all share. The rest, she makes a dismissive gesture with her hand. Uplifted? My people were born in torment, in the smelting heat of the engine room. Their soft skin melted away like dross, and what's left was strong and pure, the consecrator says with pride. We thank you for your sacrifice. The consecrator nods magnanimously, pleased with your words. We were called to higher purpose for which your kind was ill-suited. What purpose was that? To save the ship and complete the mission. You sound like the protectors. The Protector's great mission is to restore the old order. It is as foolish as it is futile. Look away. Alright, let's walk down the rest of this. There's like a gate we could go through. Another gate we could go through. Climb up the rooftops. Sneak 4. Do we have a sneak 4? Our sneaker that can't do anything when she's got sneak 5. She doesn't have lockpick or anything like that. Lockpick 3. I don't think she has lockpick 3 either. Oh, Faith does have lockpick 3. Cool. Steel 4. Does she have steel 4? She does not. She's got the lockpick. Crappy coat. It's worth money, though. Alright. Well, we got a little something. She earned some sneak and some lockpick. I guess there's that. Admin district. Let's walk up this way. We'll kind of sweep this thing this way because this is the other way that was able to come in. Robots. Talk to the guard. Did His Holiness summon you? The guard asks. Skeptically. Yes. Give him your name. Nobody by that name. Yeah, I didn't think that would work. Examine the globe. In the beginning, the narrator declares in a deep, dramatic voice, and the holographic planet comes to life. Small, gray-brown settlements sprout up from the dune seas, only to be swallowed again decades later. Tiny figures raise their arms to the sky, begging God or the viewer, is there a difference? For help. The call evaporates into the silence, and, if the narrator is to be believed, despair spreads among the natives. It is always darkest before the dawn, the narrator emotes. Then a ray of light parts the bottomless void of a spacecraft, and a spacecraft floats gently down to light on the planet's surface. Almost immediately, green plains spread from the base of the ship, carpeting the desert in life. The tiny natives rejoice and rush to greet the Terrans. Oh, this must be Proxima. As they pass the invisible barrier separating sterile desert from lush green lands, the light of pure faith shines upon them. Returning to their homes, they carry this blessing with them, and soon all of Proxima is awash with the radiant light of the Lord. The desert is gone now, replaced by an endless paradise, amidst which proud, tall cities rise like wildflowers. All right. Let's talk to Alona. You look lost, brother. The woman smiles at you. I understand. It's a lot to take in. She gestures at the vast plaza. Is there any work around here? Nothing I can think of. Although... She's silent for a moment. There is a delicate matter we need help with. She hesitates again, unsure where to start. Faith is what brings us close to God in this life, and through that faith, we achieve salvation in the afterlife. It grants us everything we seek: strength, purpose, peace, even wisdom. But some people wish for more than that. So badly do they yearn for the touch of the divine, they start, imagining things. There's a brother among us who claims to have witnessed a revelation. He appears pious enough, but this so-called revelation puts him at odds with the church. There is an unseemly amount of interest in this account. A few are even calling themselves his followers. You want me to look into it? Quite. But I want to make one thing very clear. There is to be no violence. John is a true man of God, though his followers can be a bit overzealous at times. How is this revelation a threat to the church's doctrine? How much do you know about our church, brother? Not much, honestly. You wouldn't be surprised to hear that the church of the elect was born in the fires of the mutiny. The old church, maybe turning the other cheek, works differently back on Earth. But on the ship, it accomplished nothing, and not for the lack of trying. Stuck between the mutineers and the remnants of the old regime, we tried to save as many as we could. We gave people shelter and hope, but it didn't work out. Faith can work miracles, but it can't stop bullets. We were forced to take up arms to protect our people. Eventually, we claimed this haven for our new church, even as the war raged around us. We will not be sidelined any longer. Not here, and not on Proxima. When the dawn comes, by the grace of our Lord. She makes an unfamiliar gesticulation. And this revelation? John's revelation demands that we return to the ancient ways, the pacifism observed by the Church of Old Earth. Where can I find this, John the Revelator? A small chapel on one side of the residential decks. It's not hard to find. All right. I guess, where did that guy go? There's the guy. Let's talk to the guard. May I see your key card? The guard asked politely but firmly. I seem to have misplaced it. Happens all the time, smiles the guard. I'm sure your superior will be able to issue you a new card. Alright, where's the residential? Oh, it's part. Alright. This way. Alright, let's go up here. I hate when I do that. Keep trying to turn the camera. Blessed Arms. Steel 4. I think we have a Steel 4. Yep. Just getting there. .48 shells added. All our weapons are blessed by a priest, the storekeeper assures you. So if your cause is righteous, you shall not falter. Inscriptions are extra. Inscriptions? 2 Corinthians 4:6 is always popular. Light shining out of the darkness for the glory of God. Can't go wrong with that one. Browse the wares. Oh, that's a much better rifle than what? 14-7. Sand Trooper armor. There's some nice stuff here, I think. Bowie knife. White Explorer's coat. That looks pretty nice. Reinforced guard armor. So 674 minus 6, 665 at minus. .864 at minus 6. That can't be used with a jacket, whereas these can be used with jackets. Alright, let's take a look at 555. Can be used with a jacket. So that would give us 666. That just gives me one extra on everything. So that's 864. Can't be used with a jacket. So yeah, so that's a much better thing. Let's look at this rifle. Yeah, that rifle is much better too. We might buy some stuff here. .666, 674. Both are minus 6. This one's 210. This one's 90. You know what? Let's buy both of those. And that. Alright, then we're going to go to the inventory. We want armor only. Can't be used with a jacket, but this on, and then we put on this jacket, and then we'll go to Jed. So that's 998. 676 998 676 would be 810 8. I think for now we'll keep what he's got unless we get a better brain not working. A better jacket. That's the word I'm trying to come up with. Holy smokes. Maybe even this 555 would work good on it. Alright. And then weapon. Let's use this 5.56 rounds. She's got a bunch of those. We're gonna put this here. Gonna unload that. Gonna reload that. Go back to this guy. Browse wares, weapons. We're gonna sell this thing. We're gonna hang on to old Betsy, even though the rifle we got's better. But it's the different armor, weapon, bullet types. Armor. Sell that. Sell those. Sell that thing. Sell that one. All right. Nice talking to you. Oh, still not there. Steel 4. I always double check before we try something stupid that's going to get us in trouble. Alright, let's talk to the medic. What can I get you, brother? Medkits? Implants? What's the church's position on the implants? The church cares about the state of your immortal soul, not your body. If it were otherwise, we'd have never accepted titanium knees and wooden peg legs, smiles the medic. Browse the wares. See what the medic has. Alright, medics and injector stuff. Alright, we're doing good on those. Alright, that's the residential. Alright, nothing there. Let's go into the annals. Oh, this will be our other archivist. It is our other archivist. What knowledge do you seek within these halls, brother? Tell him about the machine. That sounds like a portable life support system. We feared it had been lost during the mutiny. I wonder why it has surfaced now after so many decades. Is it the Lord delivering our salvation, or the work of the great deceiver? A portable life support system? For the colony, explains the archivist. Our future home should be perfectly habitable, but the devil would like nothing more than to ruin it for us. This life support machine would ensure our survival until a permanent solution is found. Do you really believe the devil is trying to bring about our downfall? What is the devil, my child, if not the darkness in every one of us? Do we not fight to resist it every day, struggling to walk in his light, to do what's right despite the innumerable hardships? But what would the devil gain by giving us a life support system now? What indeed? The archivist gazes sadly down at his feet for a moment. Over the past decades, we've achieved some semblance of balance here. No faction dares provoke an open war. So slowly, reluctantly, we are compelled to attempt diplomacy and understanding, and perhaps one day reach lasting peace. The aptly named House of Ecclesiastes watches over the ship's central life support. Thank God they are wise enough to hold themselves above our squabbling. This machine would change that. No, the one who controls it can subjugate whoever he wills. People will be brought to their knees without a shot being fired. Then perhaps the pit should be its home. They've never tried to rule over others. And how long do you suppose the pit would last against the habitat? No, brother, this machine must reside with those who have the power to defend it. The Brotherhood, the Protectors, or the Church. I'll be glad to help you evaluate these options, if you're willing. I assume you would push for the Church? Regardless of what you choose, we face a dark and uncertain future. I'm glad the burden of this decision isn't on my shoulders. But whether or not you take my advice is up to you. What's your opinion of the Brotherhood? The desire for freedom is a noble one, as old as the world itself, but theirs is a hard road. And the Brotherhood seems to have lost their way a long time ago. Knowing what use they make of the weapons they have, would you entrust them with something this powerful? What about the Protectors? Are those who dwell in the past the right choice to lead us into the future? The ship's authority failed, catastrophically failed, in their beloved mission. Yet, 100 years later, their only idea is to try it again. They suppose they will not fail like their ancestors did. Such hubris. Then the Church must be the only way, right? He smiles slyly. I wouldn't serve the Church if I didn't think they were the best of the available options. All I can do is share my reasons for thinking as I do. There have been many brotherhoods over the past 2.5 millennia. All of them have vanished into dust, and none lasted more than a century, the blink of an eye in human history. Likewise, there have been countless attempts to return to a utopian past, an imaginary time of justice and plenty. None of them have succeeded, for obvious reasons. Only the Church has endured these thousands of years, because the foundation upon which it rests is eternal. Think on this, brother, as you contemplate your decision. That's the last thing we need, frowns Jed. Why? Because now everyone will want it, and they'll fight to the end to deny it to others. We'll need to secure the armory as soon as possible. You think they'll come for it? Once the word spreads out, it would be foolish not to. We'll be ready. Do you really think they'll use it as a weapon? Asked Evans, looking troubled. I hope not. Then we should think twice about it. About handing it over, I mean. What choice do we have? The pit is too weak to hold on for too long. Like it or not, it has to be one of the big three. I can't say I like any of them, Evans says stubbornly. They're gonna fight no matter what we do. This machine can tip the balance and make resistance futile. You make it sound like it's a good thing. At this point, any end to fighting is a good thing. I think we should give it to the Protector, says Faith. Any particular reason? They did help us when the Brotherhood attacked, says Jed. As for the Church, they scare me more than the Protectors, that's for damn sure. Let's keep our options open for now. Alright. Jeremiah, exclaims Morgan, his face stretching into a smile. I was just thinking about you, and here you are. Just strolling past me. God does work in mysterious ways, doesn't he? What do you want? Straight to the point. I like that. I want you to vouch for me, that's all. You do remember that you owe me big, don't you? It would be awfully inconsiderate of you to forget. Very short-sighted, too, I might add. Why is that? Because I'm that close to getting a trading license. Do you know what that means? Full access to the church's trading stock. How would you like to have a brand new Hauser 92? Just say the word, and it's yours. Somehow it's probably not that easy. So what do you need from me? I've just told you. I need you to vouch for me. Tell Alona that I have the right moral fiber and piety. Don't forget the piety. You hear me? Yeah, I'll talk to her. But first we're going to go down here to try to find John. Our people don't wish to be disturbed in the middle of prayer and reflection, says the guard, blocking her way. I'm running an errand for Alona. The guard shrugs but steps aside, too well trained to do anything but obey his superiors. Another convert, eh? The priest exhales in your direction. The contempt in his voice is clear as a tolling bell. Brotherhood or protectors this time? I come from the pit. The priest steps back, making a sign of the cross with a protective gesture. Ah, that's awesome! Ah, that cradle of sin. What do you have against the converts? Oh goodness, that was hilarious. We all began this journey together, brothers and sisters in Christ. But as soon as the father of lies reared his head, the pretenders and the hypocrites turned away from the Lord and flocked to their false prophets instead. The only freedom man may claim is granted by God, not the brotherhood. Only God's grace shall bring us safely to the dawn on Proxima Centauri, not the protector's weapons or propaganda. He shakes his head in disgust. Those who turn from the church to follow these false prophets are long dead. Their descendants embracing the faith can only strengthen the church. But are they coming to the Lord out of love, or simply to flee this hell of their own making? If the road leads to God, does it matter what motivates them? A road doesn't take one to God, the priest admonishes you in a scholarly tone. Submission does. A true believer comes prepared to work and give himself over to the church, body and soul. Few are willing to make that kind of commitment. They think mumbling a few prayers will see them through. It won't. Give them time. Time to do what? Spread rot among their followers like they did in the months leading up to the mutiny? That is a mistake we cannot afford to make again. It seems pessimistic. It's not pessimistic, but hard-earned wisdom. Where God has a church, the devil will have a chapel. It was my job to prevent that from coming to pass. But well, for all my faith, I'm only a man after all. Is there anything I can do to help? The priest nods hesitantly. The latest thorn in my side is a small clutch of troublemakers amongst the flock. Perhaps you could talk to them for me. Alright, John and troublemakers. So that's going back up. Oh, then it goes down more. Alright, let's go this way and we'll just kind of swing right to right to right to right. Well, let's talk to this old man. An old man is standing outside, enjoying the evening air. The heat exchangers have just kicked in, bringing much needed relief. What troubles you, my child? Asks the man. What makes you think I'm troubled? We all carry a burden. You can suffer in silence or ask for help. Are you a priest? One doesn't need a priest to help people who struggle with everyday life. All you need to do is listen. Really listen to them. That's all it takes. Sometimes it takes a bit of persuasion to help them see the bright side. Sometimes it takes everything I've got and then some, says the man with a sad smile. Can you teach me? For small donations, certainly. Shall we say 300 to help some of the struggling families? I'd be happy to help. All right, persuasion. Let's get persuasion. Boy, I didn't get us a whole lot. Might not have been worth 300 credits. But it is closer to leveling up than we were before. Alright, we are now in the residential. And there's a steel 6. So a lot of these things, once we get them, I'll just run around off camera and grab the real easy ones. Like those are probably just credits. I mean, well, it says right there, credits. There's John. Alright, let's stop before we talk to John, because we've been going for about an hour, and this could take a while, so we're going to go ahead and call it here. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. As always, like, subscribe, and comment. I have been Sir Joseph. You guys are amazing. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll talk to you later.